The Chicago Bulls were the most aggressive team in this year's NBA trade deadline. They've sent potential DPOY Wendell Carter Jr. and 3 ND veteran Otto Porter Jr., along with 2 unprotected high-value first-round picks in exchange for a scoring big man named Nikola Vucevic. Now, this trade is obviously not helping them now, since the trade, I believe they're 1-6 or 1-4, something like that. I'm not sure, but as of the time of the video, they're not doing good with Nikola Vucevic this season. However, that is not their final form. I do believe that they can reach a higher, and I mean a higher level and a better version of this team. However, they need to trade some of the guys. 2 guys that I do believe must, and not just I want, but must be traded is Coby White and Lauri Markkanen. Today, I will make the case why these 2 guys must be traded and who could they get possibly. Hey guys, it's your boy Obsidian back with another video. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications so you don't miss a single video. With that out of the way, let's begin and talk about today's topic, which is why the Chicago Bulls must, not just I wish, but must trade Lauri Markkanen and Coby White. Now, I know a lot of people are going to have this question. Yo, those 2 guys are young, let them develop, do not rush them. You don't need to rush them, give them time. And I will hear that probably in my comments and in my feeds and everything. Listen, if the Bulls truly believe in the method that, give them time and everything, then why did they trade for Nikola Vucevic? That doesn't make sense. The only guy that I will give it a pass is Patrick Williams. This guy literally has the potential to be a Giannis, a Kawhi. I don't think he will reach that, but I think at least he could be an all-star level type of guy. So I don't mind personally to keep him. And heck, even right now, he can produce in any single team you want him to. He's a guy who can defend one of the best players of the opponent's team. Not the best player. I think he will get cooked by a DeRozan. He got cooked by Damian Lillard. He gets cooked by the best of the best. But when it comes to like the second star, the third star, Patrick Williams can do an absolutely good job in clamping those guys up. But as of Lauri Markkanen and Coby White, both of those guys are extremely inconsistent. You just do not know what to expect from them. I mean, yeah, Lauri, you expect a big guy that can shoot and score a lot, but he's not doing that much lately, really. And same thing with Coby White. You expect him to be a guard, to, take off a lot of pressure from Zach LaVine, and I just don't simply think that he can do it in like consistent, extremely consistent, extremely highly efficient type of level. I just don't see that from Coby White, at least this season. Maybe next season, for some reason, decide to keep him, then yeah. However, I do think if one of them is most likely to be traded, I do think Lauri Markkanen is easily the guy who could be easily traded. I mean, there's a guy who was supposed to be a 20-7 guy, giving you 7 rebounds, 20 points, highly efficient from 3. He was supposed to be the second star for this team. However, each year he's been regressing. The first year that he regressed, we threw it to Jim Boylan. Now, yes, still Jim Boylan was the reason why he had a really terrible season. But still, he, instead of improving from last season, he did not improve anything. He just went back to an okay big man that can rebound and can shoot. And that's why I do believe personally, if you're going to trade him just by himself, I don't think he has a lot of value. Go ahead right now. If you're gonna look at any trade idea that includes Lauri Markkanen, it's basically okay young player, a first round pick, a second round pick. That's basically it. Like from what I've seen, it's like a okay pick, a good second round pick, and an okay young player. And that's obviously what they don't want. They want to use him for a veteran. So I do think that he should be packaged with the next guy, which is Coby White. I do believe that Coby White has a lot of value. Now, if he has a lot of value, why do the Bulls want to trade him? Well, I do think it's simple. He just doesn't fit with the team when it comes to the timeline. They clearly don't give a damn about some young guy who wants to progress. I mean, I'm sorry. They like Coby, but if they have to trade him for like an elite guy, an elite player, they would do it in a heartbeat. Even though if they have a lower potential ceiling than Coby White, still they would do it if it's like for a star, which we're going to talk about really soon. But I just don't think that in terms of timelines, he doesn't fit. But does he play good with Zach LaVine? No, I just don't think so. I think they just are the same player. But if that's true, then why MJ and Scotty worked out? Why Kawhi and PG work out? Why did Dame and CJ work out? Why did the Ralph Sampson and Hakeem Olajuwon work out? Aren't these old guys similar players? Sure, yeah, but don't you realize one thing? There was at least a superstar in this duo. Any superstar that I just mentioned, yeah, both of these players, they played the same style of basketball. However, there was a superstar, and these duo were so good that they can work it out. I'm sorry, I love Zach LaVine, but there's no way I consider him a superstar. There's no way that Zach LaVine is a superstar. Now, who would want to have a guy like Coby White? Well, it's really unknown, right? There isn't a lot of teams that really shown interest of Coby White, obviously because the Bulls haven't yet made him available to the teams, but I do think his fit with the Rockets certainly could be something nice. Him and Christian Wood, pick and roll, pick and pops, that would be really good. So I do think that the Rockets might go after him. But if you're going to trade him, as I said, with Lauri Markkanen, I do believe Lauri Markkanen and Coby White must be packaged together. I think both of them combined will give you an extravagant player, a player that will help you a lot. And I will prove to you guys the two trades that I do think make sense for this team and for the opposing team. First trade, Detroit Pistons sent Jeremy Grant and Jahlil Okafor in exchange for Coby White, Lauri Markkanen, Alfred Camino, and 2 first-round picks. Now, let's start with the first-round picks. You can put protection in them. I don't really care. I don't really know how protected they should be, but I do feel like 2 first-round picks is a good, amount of picks to send. When it comes to the players, Lauri Markkanen will be a great addition to the youth of the Detroit Pistons. Same thing with Coby White. Alfred Camino is just there for salary purposes. When it comes to Jeremy Grant could be an absolute great second to third option behind Zach LaVine or Nikola Vucevic. Jahlil Okafor is just brought there because, I felt like they were going to give up a lot for Jeremy Grant, so I thought, maybe add a little bit of hype. I don't know, just add some guy. And I thought Jahlil Okafor would be a nice addition to this team because he's a nice, whatever filler bench guy. So I do think that this trade, could possibly happen. I've always said that, if there's a star they wanted to trade for, it's going to be Jeremy Grant. I would love them to go after Malcolm Brogdon. A trade could look something like this. Obviously, I had to add Lauri Markkanen to the chart because I don't know why they don't allow me. But anyhow, I think this is a perfect trade. Now, it becomes a little bit confusing on Indiana Pacers side, but let's talk about the Bulls. They get a guy who they need for this team, not just want, but need for this team. There is a reason why you hear a lot of rumors of Lonzo Ball to the Chicago Bulls. It's because they would love to have a point guard who can handle the ball, facilitate in an elite level, and also defend, heck, even shoot, at an elite level. And I think Malcolm Brogdon is just simply that. Now, am I saying that Lonzo Ball is just as good as Malcolm Brogdon? No, I think Malcolm Brogdon is better. However, what I am saying is that Malcolm Brogdon and Lonzo Ball basically the same type of players that the Bulls want from a point guard. And I think without doubt that all my Chicago Bulls fans would agree that Malcolm Brogdon would be an amazing addition to this team. Now when it comes to Indiana, it's quite confusing. Obviously there's another team in the East who's trying to compete for a playoff spot. Now, why would they trade someone who's really good for, a bunch of assets, basically? Well, I do think they should pull a Toronto Raptors, basically just retool. I've done a video about the Indiana Pacers, why I don't like them that much. I feel like they're boring and not interesting and just lame overall. So if you want to see this video, link in the description. However, back to the topic, I do think one of the reasons why I don't like this team is because they are, without doubt, one of the deepest team in the NBA. I still believe it. However, ever since Victor Oladipo got injured, there isn't just one guy that can say, heck, I don't need y'all guys in some crucial moments. I don't need y'all. I can do it by myself, and that was Victor Oladipo for them. And once Victor Oladipo left, or let's just say he got injured and then left, the Indiana Pacers just don't have an identity. I mean, tell me right now, who is the best player in Indiana? Some people say it's Domantas Sabonis. Fine, sure, but some people say it's Miles Turner. And you really think that you can have a playoff team with Miles Turner as your best player? Exactly, no. Same thing with Michael Brogdon. Do you really think you can have a team with Michael Brogdon being the number one option as a legitimate playoff team? No. Domantas Sabonis? Sure, and that's why I do believe that this team should retool. I don't think that, them having the guys that they have right now is going to lead them anywhere. They're just doing a disservice for themselves. If they want to trade Michael Brogdon for a better player, it's their franchise, let them do that. However, I do think that this trade could help them realize that, hey, retooling is the best option, and just start the retool mode. I'm not saying they should rebuild. I say that, why not give, a retool a shot? Because, hey, as I said, you're not going to have a lot of times where Domantas Sabonis, is in your team. So why not keep him for the moment? Maybe, you could say maybe they're going to waste 1 or 2 years of his career, but they already did waste his career in Indiana, basically. But yeah, that is it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you do, please smash the like button, share it to other people. You may not like it, but other people do. And also, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single video. Signing out.